Julia and Jason. Welcome to our very next episode of Cemeteries Down Under. Today we're at St Mathews Anglican Church and Cemetery, Graveyard, I'll correct that, in Windsor, New South Wales. So Windsor's a really old suburb of northwestern Sydney. Goes back to the 1700s, lots of history here, and this church was created by convict labour in 1817. Unfortunately it's closed, so we can't show you inside due to the pandemic, and the cemetery is as old as 1810. We have quite a few notable characters in here, some that changed Australia, so we'd like to introduce you to them today. And stay tuned, watch the channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and share it to your friends if you like this content. Bye.
See you soon, guys.
Tebbutt, born 1834 and died 1916. He was born as an only son to two farmers here in Windsor, and he became a well-known astronomer, inspired by his teacher, and he discovered the great comet Donati in 1861. So he was well known around the world as the famous Australian astronomer, and if he looks a little bit familiar, it's because he features on our $100 note. You would notice that one of his children or grandchildren is named after Halley Comet, Edmund Halley Tebbutt. And this vault here that John Tebbutt rests in is the biggest vault I've ever seen. Probably a good at least 24 people that are here that we know of with names. I'm not sure of how many more in there, but it's quite a huge vault. I'll just get Jason to show you how big it is. Hey, this is the resting place of William Cox. He was born in 1764 in the UK, and he came over to Australia. He was a soldier and a pioneer, and he was involved in the roadworks and the creation of a lot of the old buildings here in Australia. And he was actually the leader of the crew that created the roads between Penrith and the Blue Mountains. So he's very notable in Western Sydney and in Australia for all the work that he had done when he came over here. So he died in 1831. So his writing on his grave is just no longer legible, I'm afraid, because it's been a couple of hundred years, but we looked him up on the church records and he's definitely, this is his grave. So this is Thomas Sandell, this vault, and he's buried here with his wife. Now he came across in the First Fleet on the Friendship ship, and he was a farmer, a magistrate and also a doctor. So he cared for the convicts on board, and when he arrived to Australia he helped in the Great Floods, and he farmed many of the properties in Australia, and lived over near Ebenezer, which is not far from Windsor, and died in 1831. So he was born in the 1700s. But what I want to point out is his Latin wording down the bottom, and what that basically means is you can have all the riches and all the wisdom of the world, but we'll all end up in the same place, and that's basically what it means.
This is another vault. It's got a couple of family members in it. Right in front, it's a really old tombstone. Don't think you'll be able to read it. No, you can't. Nice old one. As you can see, guys, it goes all the way down the bottom there. Some really old tombstones down there too. So there's got a lot of old graves in here. Sorry for the noise, guys, someone's just working over the back. Very big fold here, guys.
So here in this huge monument grave lies the remains of John Primrose and his family. Now he came across, he was born in the United Kingdom in 1794, and he married Anne Roberts, and he was a convict on board the ship, and he came across on the Morley, and he became a freed convict after so many years, and he built and owned the Bell Inn, which was a pub back in Windsor, and he became a well-known, respected publican. And he obviously was very popular because he could afford this lovely monument with the gate, because only the well-to-do families could afford something like this back in those days. And if you have a look at the top of his grave, he's got a watering can, so I wonder if that's a bit of tongue-in-cheek. Yeah, because his hand, and that's the Holy Grail.
Yeah, as you can see, guys, we just found this beautiful old grave with this beautiful, lovely how it's decked out. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful old grave here, guys. You see how close they are. Big stick over there.
So here is the grave of Margaret Hannibus. She was a convict, came across in the First Fleet in the 1700s, and St John, her partner. And I just wanted to show you this. I mean, obviously she had a different tombstone and it's damaged, so they've redone it. But I love the little saying down the bottom: because of their yesterdays, we have today. And it is so true. A lot of these older graves we can thank for who we are today and what we have today. And this is why I do this channel.
This is beautiful. Really big family plot here, right in the middle of everything. See, there's a lot of old graves here, guys. So much memory in this place, it's not funny. I just come across this beautiful grave. I'm going to let you read this. This is incredible stories about these guys. Right up here. Too much daylight, there we go. That's the name. Wow. Pretty cool to find this. So, I hope you guys read that. If you haven't, just pause it and you'll be able to read out when these guys come over. Julie and I are just walking around and we come across this one here. Oh man, it's so nice. They're the first people. Go down so you can just see it. Not helping the sun. You see guys, there's a lot of graves. So many old graves in this place. I recommend coming and just have a read. There's just so many in here. You can see some beautiful old graves here. 1901. I need to be able to read on that. It's just that's a very old grave there, guys. Can't really 1895. So yeah, pretty old that one. The words are not really clear enough, guys.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our second episode of Cemeteries Down Under and the stories we told about some of the people buried here. It's a beautiful old cemetery full of history. If you live in New South Wales, I recommend you come down if you enjoy history. Your day will be filled with just looking at all the different designs of the headstones and reading them all. For the people overseas, well, I hope you loved this video and look forward to many more. See you soon.
Don't forget, guys, subscribe, like and share this video, guys. Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.